Harbaugh now heads to the Los Angeles Chargers.
He wins everywhere. He wins, period.
Justin Herbert, he's a crown jewel.
Well, you guys better enjoy this.
Quick snap, Herbert to throw. Has a man, touchdown!
The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin
Herbert on the move and throws and touchdown.
We're going to be known as world champions. And we're going to do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than that?
Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Wool Dog, sitting with my buddy, Kev Huggin Duggan.
What's up, guys?
And Kyle, the coach, Duggan.
Dude, we finally got news before our show. This is incredible.
Did. Final freaking Lee. And yes, Kevin and I were in St. Louis. We're working. I'm working it. And we are together in the same room, and we are just so glad that at least something dropped prior to us recording. Now,
oh my God, thank God.
The
only problem is we know that the big stuff is about to happen in the next couple of days.
The big mamma jam is just around the corner.
The Oppenheimer H-bomb is going to be dropping hot tomorrow.
Big time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've got tons to talk about here, folks. We've got a fan focus lined up and an Ask Boltfam, so let's waste no time. Start at the top. Prior to all the big news hitting, we found out that the Chargers did indeed get a compensatory pick, and I think that was expected after losing Drew Tranquill to the Chiefs. We got a 7th rounder out of that.
By the way, we never brought up Drew Tranquill being a real D-bag at their parade.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I kind of glossed over it. I don't want to think about it because that guy
it really kind of...
That sucks, dude.
It sucked in a way that I really didn't want to think about it anymore.
Yeah.
So thanks for bringing it up. It really was. It was a douchey thing to say, but whatever. They signed him to like another 3 years or something like that.
It makes, you know what? It makes the like separation real clean now.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it was like a little bit. It was like a serrated, like, I really like Drew. I thought he was a good guy, team captain type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, completely
forget about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to root against you.
Turn my back on you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we get a 7th.
And thanks for the pick, loser.
Yeah. Thanks for the pick.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. But yes, today, the day of our Lord, Monday, March 11th, we're working here in St. Louis, working on a chess tournament, and I'm perusing Twitter, and I see I think it's Ari Mirov. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but I follow him because he's always dropping news like Schefter and Rappaport.
Yeah.
And he put out a tweet that's like, oh my God, in about 20 minutes, shit's about to get crazy. So hold on to your butts. It's about to go down. And so
it was rapid.
It's a wild day. Yeah.
It was so
running
fast
backs are gone. Like
immediately.
The running back market is now dead. I feel like that's so bizarre to think, and we'll get into who the Chargers signed, but I don't. They went from like I'm gonna hold out and like I want to get paid to everyone signing the second the tampering opens. We're all just gonna sign. We're
not making the same mistake this year.
They got together like, guys, that didn't work at all.
Yeah.
Like we all got screwed. I'm taking the first offer that shows up. I'm going.
We're all running backs here. The fastest in the contract wins.
Yeah, seriously. Every man for themselves.
Basically, yeah. Everybody was sweating, going like, "Oh my God, it's a lot of money. I should freaking sign." Yeah. And they signed on the dotted line. Well, they haven't signed, but they've agreed to terms. Around the league. I think the actual signing will happen on the 13th. But everybody's been dropping news that they're going to be heading in different places, and one of those guys coming to the Chargers because it took a while. There was a lot of news dropping, but it took a while for some Chargers news to drop. It finally did. Former Ravens running back Gus Edwards plans to sign with the Chargers per source. Base value of Gus Edwards' deal with the Chargers is 2 years, $6.5 million, and he gets $3.375 million in guarantees.
You just got a power back at a really good price.
Watching him play last year, got 13 touchdowns. I mean, he was one of those guys that kept getting touchdowns that you were expecting like Lamar Jackson to run it in, but then Gus Edwards was like, "Nah, I got it."
He snaked a lot of people. But yeah, he had 13 rushed
The
for
boy's 6'1", 240.
Oh, he's a big guy.
He's a big boy. He's not he's not going to beat you in open field. He's pretty quick. He is running over your ass. So this feels like a different kind of running game we're going to have.
Yeah. So the day that Austin Ekeler leaves and signs somewhere else, you bring in Gus. It's almost like the perfect like passing of the torch. Like we've now shifted completely in what we're looking for in a running back, and I'm on board. I'm excited
all for it.
Yeah,
I love it
because we were all talking about possibly. Everybody was saying that Saquon Barkley, good landing spot for the Chargers. Derrick Henry is a possibility.
I have a hot take after we're done.
There's still, I mean, Derrick Henry has yet to sign anywhere. We haven't seen that happen yet. As of the time this episode comes out,
He's like
there
the
might
only-
be news.
He's like the only big name. Tony Pollard's gone. Eck went to Washington.
Right.
Saquon signed.
People were swapping like Josh with Jacobs.
Joe
is
Mixon.
now a Packer.
Yeah, Joe Mixon just got released, so he's actually sitting out there.
Aaron Jones got cut. Joe Mixon got cut. Like Josh Jacobs went to the Packers. Like it's been an insane running back day today.
Yeah.
It was so weird. I was not expecting this in the slightest. I thought we'd have a little bit of news, but no, it's like, all right, we're just going to literally shuffled everything around. Like, no, I don't feel like any running back actually stayed on their team today. You know, like everyone moved.
Yeah. And just looking at, you know, his career stats, Mr. Edwards, dude's that average is nice. That
4 to 5 yards average per carry.
He was over 5 for his first 4 years, and then 4.1 this last year.
Yeah,
that is probably 3 yards more than what our team averaged last season.
Just
so
about,
that's pretty great. Yeah, run him 3 times, you get the first down, baby.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, that's what it is. His receptions are like single digits every year, but who cares?
Okay, that's not what he's here.
That's not what he is. Yeah,
no. Yeah,
it's a different kind of running back. So
yeah. But Kevin, let's hear your hot take about what you think this signing is.
Let's hear that.
I think my hot take is drastically different than your hot take.
All right, my hot take is I think the reason why we haven't heard about Henry yet is because we're waiting to find out who we're cutting tomorrow, and we're going to bring him on. So we're going to have a 1-2 Gus Edwards and a Derrick Henry punch. Imagine the power.
The Gus Edwards deal is very Charger friendly. In my opinion, we got him on a 2-year, $6.5 million deal.
Yeah,
that's $3.3 million a year. That's, I mean, when top running back guys are getting $10+ million a year now, so he's getting a third of what those guys are getting on a short-term deal.
Could you get Henry in for like 5.5, and you're paying less than $10 million for 2 hammers?
In my opinion, you very well could. My take is that you get this guy because he's established and he's a stud, but you're not breaking the bank to do it. I think it points to an earlier draft pick of a running back. I think if you get Derrick Henry, you kind of try to find a sneaky one late in the draft. I think this points to us having a guy in the late day 2 range that we want to draft to bring in to be that like yin and yang running back duo.
I just remember, was it 2 seasons ago during fantasy, like the Ravens had like 4 stud running backs on their team. Like there's no reason to think that we're just going to do this one. So I think looking at what the Ravens had done in the past is they just loaded their guys up. They just always had at least 2 stud running backs. So I don't see why that's not the case for us.
Our running back room right now is big. Isaiah Spiller's a big boy, and he's young, so he's only getting bigger. And then you have Gus Edwards. The scat back, I think, is gone from the Chargers roster. I don't think that's going to be a position.
They're not doing it anymore. That's all done.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that'll be interesting to see where that ends up going. And not to be outdone, we got another dude on this team.
Wait, by the way, we're like 30 million over the cap right now, and we're signing.
All we're doing is signing guys. We're just adding to that.
Something big's coming. When you're listening to this, something happened, and we don't know what it is.
We don't know what it is.
We're sorry. We don't know.
Be gentle to us. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know no better.
Yeah.
But Jordan Schultz tweeting out that free agent tight end Will Dissly plans to sign with the Chargers on a 3-year, $14 million deal with $10 million fully guaranteed, sources tell Bleacher Report. So Dissly was playing with the Seattle Seahawks in recent years and is being touted as a very blocking,
very reliable blocker.
Yes.
Which is what we have been talking about for the last couple years.
Yeah.
So this is a guy that, and Kyle, you were saying they just signed him on did a deal with him last year where he was making like $7 a year. And now he's
signed a 3-year. I'm pretty sure it was a 3-year, $24 million deal. So it was $8 million a year, and now we're paying him $4 and change a year. So it feels like a little bit of a like
get some bargains.
But yeah, he got cut by the Seahawks, and we were able to scoop him up. Yeah. Seems like he's a bit of a special teams player too, so he can do more than one thing. But I mean, you lose Gerald Everett. Gerald Everett was obviously, this is again, it's like a changing of the guard.
Yeah.
Gerald Everett, we were paying $6 million last year to be a pass catcher. The guy could not block. Nothing against him. He just was not, he's not a blocker. Now you go from a $6 million Gerald Everett, who's now no longer on the roster, to a $4.2 million Will Dissly that all he does is block. You know, it's like it's a very big shift in dynamic of what we're looking for. Eck gone, Gus Edwards in, Gerald Everett gone, Will Dissly, boom, plug and play. So these are two big fills for huge positions of need that we're looking at the running back room like there's nobody in there. And the tight end room is like, we got nothing.
Nobody in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are two, I feel like good. We're not breaking the bank to do it. He got a little bit of guaranteed money, but average per year is not breaking the bank. I mean, he's in the realm of, I want to look at like tight end contracts to see kind of where this contract puts him. Mm-hmm. It puts him in the like Jonnu Smith, Mike Gesicki type of money. He's below Juwan Johnson. Gerald Everett, like I said, was making $6 million. Mo Alley Cox with the Colts is about $6 million. So he's definitely in that middle tier pay of a tight end, but they must really love the way that he blocks to be bringing him in. So
yeah,
I love it. And I don't think it points to us not drafting a tight end. Some people are saying this means Brock Bowers isn't going to come.
We have one tight end right now. This is it. Pretty much.
Right. So I don't think, I don't think it's definitely like that's not going to happen. He would be a very different type of tight end than Brock Bowers.
Oh, big time. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, Dan Popper had a little ditty that he wrote about Will Dissly and said, Seattle cut Dissly earlier this week. I expect the Chargers to prioritize run blocking in whichever tight ends they add this offseason. Gerald Everett is a pending free agent. Donald Parham Jr. remains on the roster, but he is a below average run blocker. Dissly was a premier run blocker during his 6 seasons with the Seahawks.
Yeah. And he had, just to give you an idea, that's what he did. He over 6 years, he had 13 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So he's not getting in the end zone. He's blocking.
But he can if you need to.
Yeah.
Like, In a break
it's
the
the element of surprise.
Exactly.
Like, you think, Dissly, he's going to block. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Surprise. Gotcha. So yeah, great signing. And then also we found out that the Chargers are re-signing one of their
I
own,
love this.
agreeing to terms with a new deal with safety Alohi Gilman.
It's badass.
It's a deal to stay with the Chargers for $11 million over 2 years. 2-year, $11 million deal. That's not bad.
Good for him, dude.
Yeah.
He grinded. Like, he earned that contract.
Totally.
He's a fan favorite. This is definitely like an emotional, like, homer excitement for Alohi. I love it. I think he's only gotten better. Like, he's gotten better every year.
Yeah.
So what's to say he's not going to continue to, and under Jesse Minter, find a really cool role in this defense to shine.
Big time.
Yeah, I was pumped to see. And he posted, did you guys see on his Instagram story?
He was doing the ocean spray.
On the skateboard.
The ocean spray thing. Yeah, that was awesome.
That's sick, dude. I love guys that want to be here. You know, like, he wanted to stay as a Charger, and I'm pumped. And I know a lot of our fan base is really excited about this signing.
Yeah. There's a whole Alohi crew that is ecstatic.
You know who you are.
Yeah, you know who you are.
Yeah.
And it's cool too, because he was like, looking back, you know, you get all these stats coming out. Like, he played well last year, but he was apparently the #1 safety in zone coverage, like his rating on PFF.
Wow.
So, and he's a thumper, dude. He doesn't shy away from contact. He'll light you up. So this is great. I'm very excited that they kept him around.
Likewise. And then, so those were all the names that we knew we were either acquiring or hanging on to. But then we also heard some names of guys going. One of those was Austin Ekeler. We talked about that earlier. He's going to be heading off to the Commanders, getting a 2-year, $11.43 million deal, which,
it's not,
God love you. You know, I was seeing reports that he was possibly going to go to the Raiders, and it's just
I'm
like,
just glad
please
that didn't happen.
Yeah. Or the Chiefs, one of those kind of things. And it's just like, all right.
Well,
Godspeed.
I just want to
Ekeler.
thank him, because he was really fun for a long time. And Good luck over there in Washington.
Well, you got to interview him twice.
Yeah, he was amazing. For
Yeah.
the podcast.
Yeah, he's a great. He loved the fans.
Gave time.
Cool
Yeah,
guy.
he's the dude. So
to give up time.
Good luck for you.
I mean, we haven't had many player interviews on this show, and to have him on twice speaks volumes
He's
of
awesome.
how generous he was to give us that time. So we really appreciate you, Austin, and good luck in Washington, and good luck wearing those ugly ass uniforms. I'm sorry, you went from the best
wasn't Washington
uniform in
one
the
of the-
league to
The worst.
Weren't they one of the only teams to grade lower than us in that poll ranking, the NFLPA poll?
I think so. Yeah.
yeesh. Good luck.
It's tough.
Godspeed. And then this dropped just before we started recording, finding out that Kenneth Murray is going to be heading off to the Tennessee Titans. 2 years, $18 million deal.
We were never going to pay him.
No
$9
way.
million. We were never
my
going to pay him
God.
$9 million a year. No way.
That's a lot of money.
Great. That's a lot of money.
Here's the thing, like maybe they have a plan for him.
Sure.
Maybe he just did not work in Staley's defense. Maybe that's just
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's
Yeah.
a big dude and he'll light you up. Like that's just the thing. So thanks, Kenneth. We appreciate it. Good luck.
Yeah,
brother.
it was exciting. That was the first time that we did a draft video. Was that
Yeah, we
season.
traded back up
and
to
we
get him in
traded
the
back
first.
up to get him
That was
because we
wild.
had the breaking news. Holy shit!
Yeah.
We're trading
We got
back
Justin
up into
Herbert.
the first. Yeah,
And now we have Kenneth Murray.
Yes.
First rounders.
So again, Godspeed, Mr. Murray. Good luck in Tennessee. Hope everything turns out well for you. And so with all of this news dropping, the big one is sure to happen either tomorrow or the next day.
I
Because
think we're going to lose one edge and we're going to lose Mike Williams. I think that's what's
Yeah.
happening. And whether I just hope we can get something for him and we just won't have to straight cut him. You know,
I think Mike Williams is a cut, and we're going to be able to trade one of the edge guys. I think that's what's going to happen.
it's crazy.
it is because we have, and that's
Their
the thing that I
contracts
didn't
are just
realize.
too big. That's
yeah,
the
they're
problem.
too big. They're too back end heavy.
Telesco
too.
just did it again today. He just signed what's his face from the Dolphins to the Raiders
Wilkins,
for a
Christian
gajillion
Wilkins.
dollars.
Yeah, $100 million.
Yeah, it's like he just a defensive tackle that's aging. It's like you're just gonna keep going all in.
Well,
on this.
another-
And I'm not saying he's bad, but
Another thing that they did is they just brought in Gardner Minshew, but then now
Right.
talks are that they're going to trade for Justin Fields.
So you're going to have Aiden Connell
He's doing very non-Telesco
Gardner
type
Minshew,
stuff today.
and
It's very
Justin
confusing.
Fields.
he's just throwing crap around. He's like, maybe he is a secret special agent. Maybe he's a double agent.
Yeah,
He's just gone in there to just blow up the Raiders
internally.
and as like I'm sorry to the Chargers,
Yeah.
because of the contracts that he left us in. He's like,
It's
you
like
know
one of
what?
those
I'll
really
got you
bad
guys.
spy movies where he has to get the floppy disk into the computer in the middle of the building to like set the virus for the whole thing. He's just really trying to get to the middle of the building.
Is that it?
With that floppy
Yeah.
disk. Like that's what he's on.
Well, yeah, the Chargers have to be cap compliant by, I think it's Wednesday, 12 Pacific time or something like that. They have to be under the cap, and they're, after signing these two guys, they're probably like 30 million over
Further
the cap
away,
now.
yeah.
500 million over the cap.
No contracts have been like restructured. Nothing has happened to get us in a better place with the cap yet.
Yeah. So we'll see what ends up happening. It'll be huge news. Gird your loins and just brace yourself for heartbreak in case
Yep.
it ends up being that.
Because I've heard
Faith in what's happening.
But absolute faith, absolutely, because this is not a rebuild, but this is going to be a different team under a different vision, under a different leadership.
Yeah.
And we're all excited for that leadership, but with that is going to come
Different
some heartbreak. And
Yeah.
it's gonna suck. It's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be for the greater good, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Well, and the thing that I've been hearing just today that I didn't hear up until today is that, Keenan's
They're listening.
they're listening to potential trades for
Yeah.
Keenan Allen, which like, I don't know what I'll do if Keenan's gone. Like that's a wild
Yeah,
one.
that
for
would
me.
be really, really hard.
That one would be the toughest one. God willing, it doesn't go to that, and we can all just breathe a little bit easier about it. But just have to wait and see. But in the next couple of days, folks, be ready.
Yeah.
It's the storm is a coming. And what else is coming is our Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat,
Choo.
where you can check out all the funny, silly ass videos we got over there, some behind the scenes stuff. And hey, we got a new name to shout out. Our newest member on the Patreon, Tads. Castrobala.
Welcome to the party, pal.
I hope I pronounced it right. I'm sure I didn't, but I gave it my best.
Let him know if he did.
Let me know. Give me the flame war if I did. But if you don't want to go to patreon.com/ChargerChat, that's totally fine. You can go on over to our regular website, chargerchat.com. Check out all the fun stuff we got over there. T-shirts, hoodies, stickers. You can chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers and ask questions and Ask Boltfam. So go check out chargerchat.com. All right, folks, it's time to go on to the next segment. We've got something to bring into focus, and it might be a fan.
It is.
Oh, I guessed correctly.
You're right. All right, guys, we are back with another fan focus, and we are super lucky to have Ulysses from Redwood City. What is going on, brother?
Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Great to meet you. Thanks for having me on. So, big fan of the show, so I'm super excited to be on here.
Thanks, brother. Likewise, like I tell everyone, it's my favorite part is getting to meet other fans and fan focus. So I'm excited to learn more about you. Let's find out right away. How did you become a Charger fan?
LT, baby. The LT days, Drew Brees days. I'm born in 91, so that was about 10 to 11 years old. And, obviously then with Rivers, Gates, LT in this prime, 06, 07, 08, 09, that's when I was in high school. And so I got to talk a little bit of smack and, we unfortunately didn't win it all, but, those teams really took my fandom to kind of a whole nother level. And it was really, really fun to, be a fan of a team that was, top notch for, good amount of years.
Awesome, man. And Redwood City. So where exactly are you in California?
So let's say about 30 minutes north of San Jose, 30 minutes south of San Francisco, kind of away from the coast a little bit. But, we lived in San Diego when we were kids, but life has taken me this way, since I was about 8 or 9 years old.
So it sounds like you're probably not surrounded by Charger fans, is my guess.
No.
Who are you dealing with? What fan bases are you having to deal with on a regular basis?
Well, I've been to plenty of Raider Charger games. Let's just say that.
Okay.
As much as that stadium is a little rough, I really love going to games there. I thought it's a great fan base. Some of them, a little rough around the edges, but God, what a great atmosphere to watch a game all the time. My two best friends are Niner fans, and anytime they've been playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, I've been a huge Niner fan for them. But unfortunately, they couldn't get it done. But that's been most of my surroundings: Niner fans, Raider fans, and it's interesting to say the least. I get a lot of middle fingers at times.
I feel you, dude. We appreciate you staying strong up there, so keep it up. So let's talk a little bit about a lot of news just came out. We just added Gus Edwards. We lost Ekeler. There's been a lot of moving and shaking, and I wasn't ready. I know today was the tampering day, but I was like, it kind of came at me full force. I was like, whoa. It's like Neo just dodging bullet news. You know what I mean? So what was some of the bigger things that you noticed today or things that caught your attention?
Well, we got the Ortiz and Harbaugh, I think a small imprint of what's to come, a big running back, a blocking tight end.
Yeah.
Really pumped we got Gilman back. That
absolutely.
was one I really didn't want to go away. I don't think we needed more holes in the defensive backfield. Corner's already really thin. I think Derwin and Gilman just really needed to stay together.
Yeah.
Ekeler to the Commanders, that was a weird one. I wasn't really
I didn't see that coming at all.
I actually was at the very last preseason game when he kind of went off when he was number 3 still up here in Santa Clara, technically. So I was actually able to witness his big game in the last preseason before he, made it to the roster and everything. And so it's sad. It hits you in the feels, but, happy for him the way it's turned out. And, it's a business, unfortunately. So we're going to have to live with it.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like tomorrow or when people are watching this, something crazy's happened. We've cut somebody, something serious has to happen. So what do you think they're going to do to get compliant with the salary cap?
Unfortunately, I think Mike Williams is going to be the easy one to get rid of. Yeah. As much as some people don't want to keep Bosa, I want to keep Bosa. I just think he's the younger option. It's too much of a bad decision, I think, to leave that much dead money on the table. As much as I love Khalil Mack, I think he's the trade piece. We extend Keenan. that buy us an extra year and lower the cap, I think that can be the move. I like Joey Bosa. I know he's a rough one to, everybody's 50-50 on him, but I think we got to keep him.
No, it's interesting, and we'll know sooner rather than later. So it'll be exciting to see how this team shapes up. So let's talk about this coach. You've been a fan for a long time. What kind of excitement? What's your level of excitement at with Harbaugh and what he's already started to do with the staff that he brought in? What are your thoughts?
I like to temper my expectations, but man, everything is shaping up really nicely. I mean, it's like we get so excited and then it's like, things don't work through, but I feel like he's made the right hires coaching wise. On paper, it looks really nice. Ben Herbert, I'm a huge fan of that. I think that's a super, super underrated move. I just think it's a toughness that we haven't seen since the Schottenheimer days. I think it might not be an overnight fix, but I think it's just going to be long term. It's going to be phenomenal what this team turns into. I want to be feared again, man. I mean, I'm tired of getting smack talked up here in the Bay. Like,
sure,
I want to do some smack talking, and I got too many jerseys in my closet that I want to wear them proudly, and I want to say, hey, let's go whoop some butt every Sunday, and I want to be really, really confident in this team, and I'll still watch every Sunday, but man, I just want to say, hey, you know what, we're going to win this game, 100%.
Yeah.
So I feel like Harbaugh is bringing confidence not just to the team but to the fans too.
100%. Everyone's super excited. And, even like today when nothing was really happening, I felt the energy of like, coach knows what he's doing. Let's not overreact. Like I felt this like new kind of energy over us today, which was cool. So, we talked a little bit beforehand, you do some really cool stuff with, your brother, your friends and your dad, going to games and stuff. Talk about like, one of your best Charger memories up to this point.
Definitely first road game. We did Green Bay in 2015. It was the game where Rivers threw for over 500 yards.
Oh shit. That's a good one. That's a good way to start.
Keenan got hurt in the third quarter and he was going to destroy records game. I mean,
that's right.
So that was a bummer. Obviously I was right in front of the incompletion when we lost the game. So I was kind of right parallel to that. But man, what a cool weekend. I mean, it's just, it's family, it's friends. At least once a year we try to do it. We've been to Chicago. We've been to Minnesota. We've done New England we got to see Brady play. I got to go see Drew Brees play in San Diego before the Chargers moved. So it's just all these things that I have a folder saved of it. And it's really what we look forward to every year. The day the schedule comes out, we say, hey, all right, boys, where are we going?
Yeah.
Let's do this. I start booking hotels and see what we can do. And it's just really exciting every year. And probably the second coolest one was the 2018 Kansas City game, the 2-point Mike Williams.
You guys were at that one?
My brother and I were there. We were front
go.
row on the opposite end zone, of course. Couldn't have chosen, the other one, but hey, that's just how it happens, right?
Yeah.
So there's a cool replay of the like mic'd up stuff, and I know my brother and I are in the background. We're blurs, but I know it's us.
That's awesome,
so
dude.
We're all jumping up in the air, and it's just such a cool experience, to be able to travel, support the team, meet other people, fans, and of course eat the local food. It's awesome.
Absolutely, man. Well, Ulysses, is so fun to meet you, man, and a fellow diehard Bolt Club member. Appreciate you, and you keep it rolling up there, and keep it alive. Or it's going to be an exciting year, and it was an absolute pleasure meeting you, man. And thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Shout out to diehard Bolt Club Bay Area. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, our pleasure, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, brother. Take care.
You too.
Well, there you go. Another awesome fan focus. Ulysses, thank you for sitting down and chat with my man,
Awesome.
Kev.
Thanks, brother. Man.
It is an exciting time to be a fan. This new leadership is something that we have not seen in a long time. And, it's the most promising thing I think we've had to look forward to since.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but like Schottenheimer, man, like there really hasn't been that proven success leadership that's been with the Chargers organization in quite some time.
Harbaugh is hope, bro.
Harbaugh is 100% hope, and love having another diehard Bolt Club member on here as well,
Let's
dude.
go.
Thank you, buddy, for coming on again. Greatly appreciate it. But now, folks, it's time to go on to the next segment, Ask Boltfam, pre-atomic bomb dropping edition. Let's go.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Go jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated. Catch you later, dude. Okay, love you, boy.
That's right, folks. Time for Ask Bolt Fam, and we start at the top with Big Red Bolts fan, who asked the question. I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored. Wait, where's my iPhone cord? I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored. You had Randy Jackson sign your sword? I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored. Is that a zucchini or a gourd? Oh, yeah. Are you guys bored?
Not after today.
No, today gave us a little something to chew on.
Yeah, it was pretty boring.
But it was
yes. Very boring. Yeah.
Yeah. For a while there, that Harbaugh news was such a huge thing. And even like some of the, other coaching hires underneath him was big. But we kind of went into a bit of a lull, and we're, as much as we love the coaching hires, they're not on the field. The players are on the field, and we know that this team is going to undergo some heavy facelift, and we're really curious to see what players and free agents and who even gets dropped. There might be even guys on this team that have contracts that are like, cut them, not a part of it anymore.
Anything's possible tomorrow and Wednesday.
We'll see what happens, but we're not so bored anymore. Big Red Bolts fan, thank you for asking the question.
Thanks,
let's move it on now to Marco DeLeo.
Nice.
Who asked the question?
Got this.
2 in a row. What's up? What do you guys think of the team not making any moves yet? I see all other teams making crazy moves, and we have done nothing. What do you think the strategy is of Coach Avenger's team? Bolt up. Okay, love you. Bye. All right, so this was prior, I think, to
like
all the
hour before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and granted, like there were a lot of fans that were like they wanted to see a big name signing, but you got to get real. We're not able to do a big name signing right now.
Yet.
And if we learned anything in the last couple of years is like those aren't the guys that are working.
I don't want any more of those. I don't want top heavy contracts anymore.
No.
I want affordable, discounted, big lots, Marshalls,
giant used car tent sale.
I want some Aldi players.
I want some inflatable gorilla out front telling me about what an awesome sale is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I want some sketchy financing. You know what I mean?
No credit check, no money down.
That's the players I'm looking for.
Yeah, as long as you make $300 a month, we can qualify you.
Oh shit! Technical malfunction.
You lost your screen.
So we'll see what, I mean, this might be, we talked about Tom Telesco being, the coupon
Tommy
GM.
Yeah.
Joe Ortiz might give him a run for his money. He might be penny saver Joe Ortiz.
I don't think, but it wasn't like at the end there. It wasn't Tommy T as like a coupon guy. It was
right.
It was Ninja Tommy. He did stuff you didn't see coming.
Yes.
Maybe that's not a good thing. Like maybe we should be able to expect a little bit of what the identity of our team is, and we know where we're headed.
This year is gonna be what's behind.
Well, I don't know, man. I didn't see Gus Edwards coming to the Chargers or Will Disley.
I saw like a power.
His name was tossed around. I think somebody brought it up on one of our Ask Bolt fans. Somebody threw it out there as like a, what would you think if this happened? Because he's in that like next level of tier of running backs, but big, strong guy that could be like a good serviceable 1-2 punch with a young draft pick.
All right.
Somebody brought that up. So he was a radar guy, especially with obviously the Ravens, Joe Ortiz. Who knows Gus Edwards better? I think you could tie those. You could make those connections. But yeah, Tommy T was not necessarily a coupon guy. He was just like what? Oh, cool. Like, okay, cool. Sweet. Yeah, I like it. Let's go. Here we go.
Well, we'll see what the future has for this Avengers team there, Marco DeLeo. But thank you for asking the question.
Thanks,
let's move it on now to Daryl21, who asked the question. Guys, how are you? Are we ready for a crazy week of moves? Well, let's do a prediction by the that Bosa and Mike are traded, and we retain Keenan and Mac with restrictions. Now, what say you guys? Oh, and by the way, can you guys let me know what town Jerry Tillery is from? Because I'll need to order a burger and fries. Hang on tight. Could be a bumpy week. Okay, love you. Bye.
How flipping burgers Tillery.
Yeah, that happened too in this last week.
We didn't mention that. Yeah, that's so funny that Telesco went there.
Yeah.
And it was just like, nope, get him out of the building.
Telesco
Yeah.
with the Chargers. Jerry, go away.
Jerry
moves to the Raiders. Yeah. Jerry,
get the hell
You're
out
here.
of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, Jerry.
Get out of here. You're still here? What the hell are you doing here?
Yeah.
Slime ball.
Where'd you come from? But yeah, the prediction of Bosa and Mike being traded and retaining Keenan and Mac, I think that's the perfect scenario that you could possibly ask for, is getting something for Bosa and Mike. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Their contracts are too intense. Like, I think one of them could happen. Bosa could happen. That might make a little sense.
At least Joey has 2 years. You have 2 years of control if you get Joey Bosa.
True.
Yeah. But I think Kyle was on the hit the nail on the head with Williams getting cut. I just don't know after the ACL and how expensive he is for a wide receiver. Like, that's tough. And then honestly, I kind of am seeing a way where both Mac and Bosa are gone.
It's possible.
Because that frees up a shit ton of money.
No one wants this to happen.
Yeah.
But with Mike Williams coming back, off the ACL, you don't, like you said, there's not much trade value, but he's still an incredible football player. Like, he is 100%. Really good.
He owns the Chiefs. Let's just be honest. That's what he does.
And that's what we need. We have to beat the Chiefs. So it's like, no, I give up. I don't want to
say it. Just say it. Just say it. Don't think about it. Just say it.
No, I'm not going to do it. I give up. Never mind.
No. You almost got
final
there.
answer.
He almost got there.
He almost threw up in his mouth.
I stay where I was. Never mind.
Yeah, I would love to see.
You were going to talk about Keenan, weren't you?
I was, but I'm not going to.
But he's not putting that out there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think Bosa and Mike are probably going to end up getting cut. Mac is really, I think, and Keenan, I think, are the only ones that you get any trade value for. So, I don't necessarily think you're going to get the same return on investment with at least Keenan, maybe Mac, but nah, I don't want that.
I just hopefully can get something, like anything, and just cutting them sucks.
Yeah. But the time is ticking, and we're running out of it, and we'll see what ends up coming here in the next couple days.
It gives me hope that they didn't do it today. It gives me hope that they're still trying to find something for tomorrow.
They're trying.
Yeah.
I can't say that they're not trying.
Yeah.
But Daryl21, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Seth Homan, who asked the question. In the midst of a new defense striking out of L.A., a certain someone named Jesse Minter is unlocking a secret weapon named Derwin James. Fans across the globe sit in high anticipation of the ultimate ass-kicking about to unfold. Go get 'em, boys! If you could replace Alohi Gilman with Eric Weddle or Asante Samuel Jr. with Antonio Cromartie, Prime Age and Era, which would you choose to support? DJ. P.S. Why, Kevin, why? Where's my fan focus? Is Twitter messaging sent via Crow? Why do you do this to me, Kevin? Once again, saving me from boredom this offseason. Keep doing what y'all do best. K-love you, bye.
Seth, I'm sorry.
You're in trouble.
Well, why don't you guys carry on the podcast? I'm going to go look through the messages and see what I missed. Clearly, I done blew this.
All right. Well, it's happening before your eyes, Seth. I think Kevin's going to get back to you. Toot sweet. But in the meantime, the question at hand, if you could replace Alohi Gilman, which we're not, we just re-signed him, but we'll play along, with Eric Weddle, or Asante Samuel Jr. with Antonio Cromartie, Prime Age and Era, which would you choose to support Derwin James?
That's tough. I love Crow, but I don't know. There's a couple plays, him not wanting to tackle, I just remember so vividly.
But Prime Age Crow.
Well, Prime Age Crow still didn't.
He
really
still
wanna
was kind of
tackle.
soft.
Okay.
It's the same kind of
Stand
thing.
correct.
But he was amazing. Like,
He's a special team guy too. He was a returner.
I think I'm going. I don't know. Eric was great though. I think I'm going to go Crow. I think that makes sense because he locked people down. He just wasn't reliable when anybody ran at him.
I think. Do you think that the Eric Weddle name is just a little bit tarnished because of the way things ended?
100%.
I think it's a little too dirty.
But I think him as a player in his prime.
Yeah, if you can separate the player from the
So
every
was Cromartie.
mess that happened.
But Eric Weddle was a Pro Bowler. Alohi's not a Pro Bowler. I think I would do the Eric Weddle swap. Eliminating the way things ended. It was not very good. He's kind of badmouthed the Chargers a little bit on his way out.
Yeah.
But put him in his prime when everyone loved him in San Diego. I think I'd take the Eric Weddle swap. And I love Alohi. I'm not saying I don't love Alohi, but I think prime Pro Bowl Eric Weddle, if you pair him with Derwin, that would be a fun duo.
Criminy. Yeah, that would be insane.
All right, Seth, here's the deal. Email me, thechargerchat@yahoo.com. In the subject line, Kevin, you're a tool. And then send me your info. Because Seth Homan might be a different username, and I can't. There's a lot of people that message us. Okay, Seth, I need an email, and I need what I just told you in the subject line.
Kevin's had a very busy day, and I think he's at the end of his rope.
I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs right now, so do your best.
Caught him
Seth.
at a bad time.
I'm sorry, Seth. I very well could have blown this interaction, and I apologize ahead of time. But shoot me an email.
We'll make it happen there, Seth. One of these days.
It will happen.
Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Melanie.
Melanie?
Who asked the question?
Love Melanie.
How many times did you guys watch that video with Coach and his brother? I've seen it dozens of times. Who's got it better than us? Can it be Betty? Oh, Betty.
Dude, I love that video so much. And what I love about it is that their dad is behind the camera and they keep like asking him questions.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many times I watched that video.
Did you guys see the Ravens posted their own version of it? And the dad is on film. He's like in the middle of them.
Oh, well, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
That's a little double dipping. Double dipping, sharing it a little bit.
Well, you know that it was our idea and they took it.
Yeah, they're like, hey, can we
They're like, we'll let you interview John, but you got to let our social media team.
Yeah. And you go first so we can see how you do it, and then we'll do ours.
And we're not copying you, but don't watch us.
But sign this.
Non-disclosure agreement.
But I personally haven't seen it yet, but that's because I'm looking forward to watching it over at our Patreon, patreon.com/chargerchat.
We're going to do that here in a momento.
Yes.
Por favor.
So I'm anxious to see it, Melanie, but these boys have seen it multiple times, and I can't wait to check it out myself.
Honestly, it kind of feels like you and I, Kyle, like the way they kind of give each other shit in a fun way. Like that's pretty much how.
But they're nice. They're a little bit nicer than us, I think.
Well, I think they're aged, they're seasoned. I think eventually we'll become nicer to each other. I don't know what date, how old.
We already have from throw us back to when we were living at mom and dad's house together to now. It's night and day.
I don't recognize that brother and what you are now. Like you're.
Well, I was always kind. You were the dick.
Not debatable. You're pretty solid. Like I really like your the effort you're making and trying to be nicer to me on a consistent basis. So let's carry this into our 50s and 60s. We'll see if we're in the same place.
Took a turn. This pivoted in a way I didn't think it was going to.
What, compliments? You're not ready for it?
He was posturing a bit. He was getting ready for a throwdown. I could see it.
I think it has. We have definitely moved. We've gotten more and more friendly as we've aged. But he tried to just paint a picture where I was the bad guy when we were living in my
said you're
parents'
doing
house.
great.
This guy chased me around the house with a knife and kicked me out of my room. What?
Very, very.
Why are you saying that I've gotten better?
Just as a brother, you've gotten better. You've improved.
Just overall.
You're just improving.
I agree.
Your PFF grade has gone up.
We've both gotten better. Yeah, our PFF grades are trending in the right direction.
Our brotherhood is BFS, sure. Bigger, faster, stronger. We're getting better every day.
BFS. Great. RB Hyde lifting.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go, Melanie. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Andrew Ramsey.
I know him.
Who asked the question.
Charger Chat crew, here are my current Ask Boltfam rankings from all my questions. 32nd ranked in clarity, 28th ranked in critical thinking, 5th ranked in starts, questions asked weekly, 29th ranked in creating meaningful emotions, but first ranked in what the effing ABCDFTG is wrong with you. That's terrible. I have got to get in the weight room before Coach Kyle cuts me. Now to the question. I don't know why I'm so critical of Justin. Even in Rivers' worst seasons, I never once questioned him. It's like Samuel Acho has me up on his spaceship probing me, or I need a Snickers. I'm Samuel Acho when I'm hungry. I need to accept Rivers is never coming back. It was a pleasure practically growing up with him, and he will always be my Chargers hero, whom I hopefully get to meet one day. I need to embrace Justin's personality and style of play, and maybe that will help. That said, Greg Roman sat down with Haley Elwood and said he wants to create a system Justin can dive into and make his own. How do your feelings differ from listening to Kellen Moore's interview last year and what he wanted to do with Justin versus listening to Greg Roman's vision for Justin? Also, can we get Haley on Bolt Insight? LOL. Okay, love you, bye.
Haley Elwood, we'd love to have you on the Charger Chat.
Yeah, Haley, if
podcast.
you're listening,
Reach out.
Go to my email in the subject
the
line.
Charger Chat.
Kevin, get shit together, and then
Kevin, you're a tool.
Kevin, you're a tool.
If you guys could actually just spam Haley Elwood and tell her to come on our show, maybe we can get her on the show.
Yeah, maybe we'll annoy her onto the
let's
show.
aggressively annoy her into coming on for an interview.
Annoy her.
Hey,
Get her on the
Haley.
show.
Hey,
Haley.
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 Charger
Haley.
Chat.
Oh,
Mom, mommy, mom, Lois.
Hail.
yeah, this isn't working.
But the and I think just get on the trolley there, Andrew.
Yeah.
It's Justin Herbert.
You have
man.
to. Some people, even like you think of Phillip Rivers as we were just support him no matter what. I remember people that were hating on Phil that whole time.
Oh, yeah.
So you can choose which side you want to be on either way. It's just way more fun on the side where you're all in on Justin Herbert. He's not going anywhere.
No, and he's awesome.
He is awesome. We love him so much. So just come over to our side and leave Acho where he belongs.
Yeah.
Just
At
nowhere.
least arm's distance away. And good that you ranked yourself appropriate. I think these are good rankings for Andrew.
Yeah.
I think you know where you need to improve.
32nd ranked in clarity.
Clarity.
You know
I
where you
don't
need
always-
to improve,
yeah.
but you're consistent, and we like that.
Yeah.
But the question, as far as the vision that Greg Roman has versus what Kellen Moore had,
For me, it's cookie cutter, dude. It's hard because everyone's going to say that. They're going to make the system for Justin.
Yeah.
So what does that actually mean? Put your money where your mouth is. Let's see what that's all about. Today was the start of it. We're going to get him a running game. We're going to be able to control the clock. We're not going to require him to do everything. I think I'm seeing something different in what we did with Kellen Moore. And Kellen Moore kind of came in and didn't have a lot of, he just got, those were the guys he had and like, let's go.
yeah, he never really got a chance to put a fingerprint on that offense.
And by the time they were trying to get good, people started getting hurt, and then Justin was out and Finger for
And
the
we
whole
were so
season.
our contracts were so top heavy that there was no depth anywhere.
Right. There was no wiggle room to sign anybody, really. But I'm excited to see what Greg Roman has. At least with Greg Roman, he has a vision that I think everybody has talked about pretty ad nauseum as far as that run-heavy offense.
Mm-hmm.
But how much he's focused on, having a run-heavy offense, but leaving Justin the opportunity to throw when he needs to and when it's most effective.
Right.
So I feel like that's at least slightly different than what Kellen Moore brought to the team in the 1 year that he was here.
Yeah. There was a lot of excitement for Kellen, and it just
There
didn't
was.
work out.
Me especially. But I think we're going to be okay, Andrew. Just accept it.
Just get in love with him. Just force yourself to fall in love. A blind love, and it's going to be way more fun, bro.
The water's great.
Come on in.
Andrew, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Mr. Pekar.
Oh, yeah.
Who asked the question.
Hi, guys. I'm back. Did you miss me? LOL. But let's get right to it. All bets are off. Trading is 100% allowed. Would you rather have the first overall pick, the 28th and the 29th overall pick, 3 second picks. That's the first, the middle, and the last of the second round. Or would you rather 6 third-round picks, first 3, middle 2, and the last one? What you got? Big boss, baby. I mean, you're the boss and the youngest. Okay, you go first, then big boy, then big old K Hugger. FTR, BTFU, I love you, bye. Godzilla. You guys see that? We watched it at the Oscars.
Oh, yeah.
Arnold announced Godzilla winning an Oscar.
Him saying
Fantastic.
Godzilla was amazing.
Godzilla!
That was fun.
All right. So this is an interesting offer here. First overall pick or the 29th and 28th overall pick, 3 second-round picks or 6 third-round picks. Kyle, you go first. You're the big boss, baby.
So you are allowed to trade. So you're looking at just value of the picks, basically.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going the first overall pick then. Because you could turn that into multiple firsts in future years and seconds. Because like, what was the most recent? I shouldn't ask this because I know nobody knows it off the top of their head. Yeah. Okay, so now that we're back from our little intermission, the most recent first overall pick that was traded away was the Bears in 2023 last year. They traded it to the Carolina Panthers, and they received DJ Moore, a Pro Bowl wide receiver, a first round pick the same year, number 9 overall. They got a second round pick the same year. Then they got a first round pick the next year and a second round pick the year after that. So you turn your one overall pick into a Pro Bowl wide receiver, 2 first round picks, and 2 second round picks. So give me that all day. Yeah. First overall pick. Thank you very much.
Nice. Well said.
I don't want to have to be the last. Like, I don't want to have to be the worst team in the NFL to get the first pick.
Sure.
That's not part of it, right? This is just a this is just a scenario.
Yeah,
this is just you have picks.
Yeah, this is a fun challenge.
Yeah, it's just fun. Yeah, funsies.
Yeah. I'll just to at least say something different. I'll say the 28th and then the 29th overall pick because I think getting 2 first rounders like that, as far down as it is, because I think those could also be traded into some draft capital. But either way, having 2 first round picks right off the bat, even as low as it is, I'd like that. I like that a lot.
Kyle sold me. I'm on board.
Okay.
Very good.
There you go.
Yep.
Well said.
Well said.
Big old K hugger.
Big old K hugger.
Mr. Pekar, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Zach Shelton, who asked the question.
I know him.
So this team released Eric Kendricks and is probably not going to re-sign Kenneth Murray. So that leaves Henley as the top linebacker. I think at pick 5, or even if they trade down a couple spots, drafting Alabama prospect Dallas Turner could work. He's listed at linebacker some places and also edge at some places. That could work for us as well because if we're getting rid of Khalil Mack and or Joey Bosa, you can plug them in both spots. Shots, also Boltfam.
All right. Well, I don't know very much about Dallas Turner.
I think it's a little early for Dallas Turner in terms of like most people are saying we're not going to get a defensive guy in like the top 10 minimum, you know. I don't think that is really a replacement for what we need as a middle linebacker because he is kind of an edge. So I'm waiting for like the Colston from Michigan in like the second or third round if we can do some trade skis. I feel like that fits a little bit more of what the defense is. But who knows? We might need him if we don't have any edge rushers coming up.
True.
Yeah, as an edge guy for sure. They place the tag of linebacker on there, you just have to be careful because he would be an outside linebacker. To play in like a middle linebacker, it's so different. I think Kenneth Murray, we saw a lot of the trouble and struggle of adjusting to the NFL. Playing at the middle linebacker position, you have to have so much feel and have such good fits into the running game. And it's just like these quick reads that you have to go. It's just so different. Dallas Turner could never play what Eric Kendricks played. Definitely not year 1. So you wouldn't waste a first round pick on something like that. He's an edge guy. He's an outside linebacker like Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa are considered linebackers in the defense that we ran. So Now, if you're saying draft him to replace, if you get rid of Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, definitely you're gonna need an edge guy. But with Thule and one of those guys, you have your top 2 guys. So a first round pick on Dallas Turner, like Kev said, especially if we're stay at 5 and pick there. I don't think that's going to be the plan of attack. Yeah.
All right. There you go. Zach Shelton, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to the Daily Pooh, who asked the question.
Who are you?
How do y'all feel about drafting a defensive back like Mike Sandwich Till in the 2nd or 3rd round? Considering he's a Michigan guy, do you think that he's on coach's radar?
For sure.
Yeah. Anybody that any Michigan player that we draft. Yeah, any Michigan player that we draft, you know that Harbaugh loves. There's just you're not going to go out of your way. He knows them better than any other college player in the draft. So if you draft a Michigan player, you got to be that Harbaugh is very certain about what's going to happen.
And it's not only Harbaugh, it's Jesse Minter too. You got both guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you're getting you're getting double approval if you're getting drafted. That's the real dude. So. We're going to need a cornerback, so that makes absolute sense why he could be there.
Yep.
To help with that.
Yeah, and as we've talked about before, if they do pick him, you know you're getting an absolute stud in that position, regardless of what round you're getting him. You know you're getting a good guy for that. So,
and it seems like the 2nd and 3rd round are going to be some good options for corners. And we got lucky 2nd round with Asante Samuel, so. There's no reason to say we can't do that. I don't think we're drafting one in the 1st round by any means, but 2nd, 3rd round corner could work if they have the right guy targeted
for sure. We'll see what happens. But the Daily Pooh, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Manuelito Pedito,
certified fresh,
who asked the question.
Definitely fresh.
Sup, party people? Me writing you first time, me loving you long time. Here are my draft pick wishes and tell me what y'all think. Round 1, Joe Alt. Round 2, Jackson Powers, center out of Oregon. Round 3, Cam Hart, corner out of Notre Dame. Round 4, Ben Sino, tight end, Kansas State. And round 5, Braylon Allen, running back out of Wisconsin. Love the show. Keep doing what y'all doing. I'm a big fan. Hope one day we'd meet y'all so you could sign my baby's forehead.
Oh, Jesus. You don't want that. Oh,
no, give me that baby.
Well, welcome. Certified Fresh.
Yes,
nice
welcome.
to have you, brother.
Thanks for sending the question, dude.
Me writing you first time, me loving you.
Thanks for loving us for such a long time.
We appreciate you, brother.
All right. So draft pick wishes. Round 1, Joe Alt. People are getting upset now at the prospect of getting Joe Alt.
People are going to be mad.
I don't know.
Mad about
they feel like we don't need it.
I don't know.
We do.
I don't know what they're seeing. That they want a wide receiver so bad.
Yeah, they want the flashy Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr.
I think I said it before. Marvin Harrison Jr. If he's there,
that's the only one.
That's the only one
that
I'm doing. I'm trading back and getting more picks. I think that makes the most sense. And people are just angry about it.
If we stick at 5 and pick Joe Alt, I will not be upset whatsoever
in the slightest. Yeah.
I like Joe Alt there at 5, but there's another guy I like a lot better that's a little later. Fuaga from Oregon State.
If you're not getting the value for the trade back, then you pick the guy that you think is the stud. Yeah. But for me, this like mock draft addresses a lot of our needs.
Yeah.
It's very like need driven instead of maybe best available. But that Jackson Powers Johnson in the 2nd round, man, if we could get him,
if he fell to the 2nd round, that'd be a shock. That'd be a shock.
Yeah. That would be incredible.
Cam Hart's good. He ends up on a lot of my mock drafts around here. This is what I was talking about, a corner in like the 2nd, 3rd round. Ben Sinnott, like I watched a lot of his tape. I'm not super thrilled. He's just like, he'd be a good tight end on the roster. There's nothing exciting really for me about him.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a fullback / tight end. But it's nothing like shocking. The problem is in my mind, I'm comparing him to what Brock Bowers could be on the team.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's not fun at all.
It's hard to live up to.
Yeah, that's totally different. So I guess you just got to, temper your expectations of what that would be. But this is a fun draft. And Braylon Allen with Gus. It's a lot of beef, dude.
Yeah.
Stop looking at each other.
They're both the same.
Stop it.
They're both the same. They're both the same giant running backs. So
Adam?
that would be fun.
I'm sorry.
Sorry you're feeling
He
left out.
exudes
I am very left out.
radiance.
Sorry. We'll make him feel left out when I see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, you guys can look at
Okay,
each
good,
other
yeah.
all
Send him
you
videos of
want.
just us
Yeah,
staring at
we
each
will.
other's
All
eyes.
right. Well, Manuelito Pedito.
Don't be a stranger.
Don't
Love
be
the
a stranger.
name, love the energy, and I love you long time too. So just keep it coming.
And solid draft.
Solid draft.
Yeah, great job.
What grade would you give
B
that
plus.
draft? B
B
plus?
plus.
B plus. Yeah. B plus.
No, I got to give it an A minus because Jackson Powers in the second round.
If
you're
we get
just a
Jackson
ninja.
Powers, yeah, that's an A.
You're a
for
ninja.
sure.
You're absolute ninja.
You've addressed the whole offensive line right there.
No, it's fixed.
Yeah.
Everything's
Done.
fixed. Walk away.
For
All
cheap,
right.
too.
Well, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Athir Kadir,
Fair.
Kadir.
who asked the question.
Judge and Chad, Kevin and Coach, stop getting jealous because I love my baby wall dog, baby, more than both of you, LOL. Chargers home opener. I am planning to be there to see my baby wall dog. Cannot wait. Now to my question, baby. Chargers home opener. Who do you want? Pick one of these 3 teams on my list. Kevin, do not make up teams, but you can go first. Stop crying, LOL. Bengals, Ravens, and Chiefs, baby. Who are you picking? I'm taking the Ravens, baby. Let me hear everyone. Love you, my boys. FTR and f*** the AFC. Harbaugh and Herbert coming for the ass, baby.
Theo, you're a 5, dude. I look forward to meeting you in person.
I can't wait.
I wonder if this is real in person too. Like I'm terrified and excited.
You're the only one who's actually like interacted with.
No,
Athir.
he's
So
awesome.
you know.
No, he's awesome. He was an awesome fan focus.
I love it.
This is cool.
All right, great question.
And by the way, I'm not crying, Athir.
My eyes are
stop.
leaking. I'm not
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah, I'm allergic to something.
Yeah, someone's cutting onions over here. But you get to go first this time,
I
Kevin.
do?
Congratulations.
Well, Athir's going to love me because I think a Harbaugh Bowl to start the season would be freaking awesome. I think that's if you're the.
That would be very exciting.
It makes the most sense if you're the NFL to do that.
Yeah, if that's the home opener, holy shit.
It makes the most sense to do that.
That's a crazy game.
Yeah,
to start
SoFi,
the season.
the Harbaughs, like
That feels like too much to start the season.
It does,
off with.
doesn't it?
Oh, you want to build up to it a little bit?
I feel like that's a good build-up game, but that
Like
would
the
be a
best
crazy
case
way to
scenario
start
for
it.
them is like week 8, Monday Night Football, where both have like 6-2 records.
Well,
Yeah,
and it's-
playoff, hopes.
They like to. The thing is, these networks like to come out the first weeks like hitting huge numbers.
Sure, yeah.
So
yeah.
I think it prime time.
But I think
Monday
the
night,
first week,
it's Sunday night. It'll be a Sunday night game at home versus Ravens.
yeah, there's no way they give us the Chiefs. I just don't think that's going to happen because they don't want the Chiefs to lose to the Chargers week 1.
No.
They don't want that narrative at all.
Why
And
not?
that's what would
They,
happen.
they did lose week 1 this last year.
They did.
Yeah.
To the Detroit Lions, right? Yeah.
Hell yeah. Rawr.
Yeah, I think the Ravens would be the most fun. I do agree. But I think the most likely of these 3 would be the Bengals.
So
think it would be the
Betman
most
would be the
likely.
Bengals. Yeah.
If I was betting, I would put on the Bengals because the other 2 seem like too big. They don't want us to beat the Chiefs week 1, and they don't want. I
They
think
wanna
they're
build
saving
up
the
to it.
Ravens Chargers for a build up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I could see Bengals being like a Sunday 1:00 game.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That does good numbers. It's like the Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert matchup.
Yeah.
But I think that's the most likely of those 3.
I got money on whoever we play in our first game is going to be primetime. I got serious money on
Really?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Harbaugh
The home
effect-
opener being prime time?
a
LA
home opener-
market.
It's going
Yeah.
to be like he's the most talked about coach in the NFL right now. It would be a shame to be buried in a 1:00 spot.
Interesting.
It's going to
Yeah,
be.
that's true.
I think it's going to be Sunday night. The first.
Well, then
the first.
if you really think it's prime time, then I think you pick one of those bigger matchups. Then
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's. Yeah.
I think I would want the Chiefs just because it's that opportunity to come out with a new staff and like you don't know what
Catch
we're
them with a
bringing.
shock
like,
them. They don't know
Yeah.
what's
So that
coming.
Super
Yeah.
Bowl hangover. Get them while
Yeah,
they're.
you wind up the left and you hit them with the right.
Exactly.
They don't
Yeah.
see it coming. So Selfishly, I would want the Chiefs. I think the Ravens would be that
makes the sense.
That makes the sense. And Bengals makes sense too, but I would selfishly want the Chiefs.
And whatever it is, it's going to be prime.
Whatever,
I can almost guarantee you that.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
You have the LA market. You just have to, like, that first night game, whether it's Sunday night or Monday night, putting on the West Coast just makes so much sense.
Yeah.
You're just going to get better numbers. I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be big. Athir, thank you for asking the question.
Huge, brother.
Let's move it on now to Boltville 714, who asked the question. All right, man, listen up. As you may know, it is Justin Herbert's birthday today, and I'm assigning you 3 maggots the assignment to throw Justin Herbert the best birthday party ever. Last year, his birthday party had Phillip Rivers in Boltville, but this year we managed to kidnap Herbert, codenamed Crown Jewel, for us to throw him an OnlyFans party.
Oh, God.
Wait, no, I meant a party with fans only. We need you 3 to get creative. And I'm not talking about that animal balloon shit. Unless it's animal balloon-shaped gophers the size of dodgeballs filled with that hot water being tossed by Herbert at every guest who dares arrive late to Crown Jewel's birthday party. We need a twerking contest hosted by the one and only Pat, alias Patty with the Fatty. So I suggest you grunts give him a shout-out ASAP and offer him unlimited glizzies if you have to get him to agree. Lastly, we have the option to use either Tillery or Staley as a piñata. Which would you prefer? You have 24 hours to come up with the top secret and super creative party details. I expect your plan to drop no later than 1400. Got it? Can't love you bye.
That was good. That was good. How did I miss that? Happy birthday, Justin.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it.
That should have been at the top of the frickin' show.
That should have been at the top. Wait, good outline, Kev.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm not sharp at all. I'm a dull knife right now.
327 episodes, but Kevin's finally losing it.
I'm lost. I'm losing it.
But all right.
Birthday
party. What could you possibly do? Okay, yeah, it's a good start.
It's an early morning tea time for sure.
Yeah.
I want to start it off.
He's a competitive guy, so you think he would want some really fun competitive.
I want old school. I want everyone that we're gonna all jump out of a really ghetto van with like stockings over our head. Okay. We're gonna try and kidnap him.
Doesn't sound old school. This sounds illegal. Yeah.
This is old school. This is the movie Old School. Have you seen Old School?
Oh, you're talking about the movie.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about like trying to do something old school with him.
I thought you meant like
no.
I thought you meant like bounce houses.
No, old school.
We get him a clown.
It's a Metallica. The Metallica's playing as the song in the montage.
Okay.
We jump out. Will Ferrell's with us. He's got the mask on.
Sure, that makes sense.
We steal him. We try and get him out of his house, but we're unable to because he's too strong and he fights us off.
Right. Yeah.
Because he doesn't know who we are. We're throwing him a
surprise birthday shoot him with the tranquilizer.
Tranquilizer started. It's going to be old school.
Old school.
Yeah. We're going to trank dart him. He's going to wake up in the middle of a golf course, and he has to play his way out. He has to play his way out. It's every hole he's got to do. He's got to.
That sounds like a terrifying Saw movie.
And there's bosses as he goes. And the last boss.
There's consequences for bogeys,
18th hole,
pars or whatever.
18th
rewards
hole,
for birdies.
Phillip Rivers. He has to beat Phillip Rivers, or otherwise,
what?
He doesn't get a birthday
in golf.
He doesn't get a slice of cake.
Oh, he's got to beat him in golf.
Yeah, beat him in golf on the 18th hole. But little part we didn't tell him on the 18th hole.
Yeah.
We're all in the woods and we have paintball guns.
Oh,
and he's got.
I don't know if this sounds like fun.
What the fuck are you talking about? That sounds amazing.
You want that for your birthday party?
This sounds badass.
For your birthday. So if your birthday party was playing golf with people shooting paintball guns,
just on the 18th hole,
you'd be like, "This is the best birthday ever."
If I was hanging out,
kidnapped.
Like if I had got to go play against Justin Herbert and like the stress level's crazy high and people are shooting paintball guns at me, it would lower the stress level because it's like, oh, this is crazy. Yeah. I'm on a flow. And I'm trying.
Yeah, keep going. What else?
I told you I'm cuckoo for fucking Cocoa Puffs. Just roll with me. 18th hole, he's got to beat Justin Herbert. If he doesn't, he gets darted again, and then he wakes up somewhere else. We basically
this sounds like Saw now.
Yeah, it really does. We basically. Yeah, we basically we rig it so he can never win.
Every hole that he hits over par, he loses a finger.
Exactly. Yeah, he has to chop off a finger.
I don't want to hurt baby boy.
You're shooting it with paintball guns.
That doesn't hurt. That's not full.
What if you hit him in the eye?
It's partial damage.
We'll shoot your eye out, kid.
We have good aim. Calm down. I'll be fine.
Mask. He'll have a mask on.
Yeah, he'll wake up with a mask.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's what every golf player loves to play with, a mask on.
Well, I'm sorry you're not
I like
into
it.
my idea.
I like it.
Oh,
I like the idea.
sounds like you haven't been to
Kinda
any cool
creepy.
birthday parties, Adam.
It sounds like you want to hurt Justin Herbert.
The paintballs don't hurt. They're uncomfortable, but they're fun.
No, he's trying to add an element of risk, and you have to have consequence for
Exactly.
it to
On
be
your birthday.
competitive.
Yeah.
Well, no,
He's
to
competitive
be
dude.
fair, Adam, you did say he wants to be competitive. There has to be consequences for you to be competitive. If it's just like one person wins, the other person loses, and there's nothing at risk.
I think if you
And
took
it's
out
not-
the kidnapping side of it and at least presented him the idea,
Yeah,
and he was like,
instead,
"Yeah, I'm into it."
Let's
Then be like, "All right,
let's
I'd be fine
remove the
with that."
kidnapping and replace it with like brunch.
It's the coolest
with
part
coffee.
of the montage.
No,
It's the coolest part of the montage. Yeah.
I don't know. It could be like a Zoolander montage at the beginning where we get in the Jeep. We have our like orange frappuccinos.
Wake me up
we do the
before
gas
you go,
fights.
go.
Yeah, that could be our montage on the way to the golf course.
Okay. I'm in.
Right?
That's fine.
That's better. That's
we still
more
have
fun.
paintball
right, Adam?
guns?
I would take Justin Herbert to
Ice cream. Get him a tub of ice cream.
I would take him to the Sphere in Vegas,
Okay.
and I would rent
Okay.
it out.
Okay.
Okay.
In this world that I have unlimited funds.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
rent it out, and I would fly out Academy Award winner Christopher Nolan
Okay.
to
that's
hang
his
out
boy,
with
right?
him and
Yeah.
watch Interstellar on
That's
the
good.
giant sphere
That's
with him
better
and his
than Kevin's,
homies.
I think.
And sitting next to him is Christopher Nolan and all right, Matthew McConaughey.
And then
But that says so much about you, Adam, though. Like your ideal birthday party is going to see a movie. I love that.
with his favorite movie,
I love that
like
about
it.
you.
favorite director,
No, I
favorite
don't think
actor.
I don't think it's a bad idea. It
This is
says
a win-win.
so much about you. I love
Adam
it.
has
This is
fun.
cool.
Justin has fun.
Yeah, there's no danger.
and we all get ice cream.
And then
We all go.
get
We all
ice
go
cream.
for ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream and movies. I love
All
it.
right.
Man,
Boltville 714. Thank you for
the
asking
chaos
those
that
straight
came out of that question.
Yeah, that's
And we go out of Ask Boltfam with Anthony Tony Francis, who asked the
I know him.
question.
I know him too.
Yeah, I know him too.
Coach Kyle the Wizard Harbaugh, Kev Cold Winters Mentors, and Adam Bulldog the Roman. How are my fellow assistant coaches and coordinators? I have a feeling with the new league year starting this week, we can expect some big changes on the main roster. Big shout out to my boy Herbie this week as he turned 26 years old. My question is this. If you're Justin Herbert's best friend and know him better than anyone in the world, what do you get him for his birthday? Keep in mind, it's making about $52.5 million per year for the next 5 years, so material items are most likely meaningless to him at this point in his life. I want to hear from each of you, but Coach Kyle last because he will most likely have some smart-ass comment that leaves us all jaw-dropped and confused as to why we didn't think of it ourselves. P.S. I visit San Diego about once a month to see my mom, and one of these visits, I want to get fish tacos with Coach Kyle on the beach in PB, LFG, K-Love you bye. All right, so
tacos.
still in the birthday theme. We
Yeah,
talked about
Tony.
experiences.
Tony, you name the time and place, and I will meet you for some fish tacos.
Don't threaten Kyle with a good
Oh,
time.
yeah, don't threaten me with a fish taco.
So if on this birthday you wanted to get him something, what would you get him? Something special, something meaningful,
Yeah, it has to have meaning because monetary value really doesn't do much.
right? Would you make him a little montage video? Put the time of your
Lean into
life
your
behind
talents. Yeah.
I'd jump in my van. I'd kidnap him
time
and
of
take
my
him to the
life.
golf course.
I'd shoot him with the paintball gun.
And then I'd shoot him with
Tony
the
didn't
gun.
listen to the last
And then I'd tell
question.
him, happy birthday. And then that would be it.
He's like, "Where's my gift?" You're
What
like,
the
"That
hell?
was it."
That guy is so weird.
What do you mean, where's my gift?
Yeah.
Ungrateful?
Yeah, I'd trick him.
I just kidnapped you.
Yeah. Aren't you having fun?
Waking the neighbors.
It would have to be something like something special that meant something only to him. Like,
what's the place where you go and like they teach you how to paint? Like a cliffs
play and latte type of thing.
Yeah. I just like go commit 3-4 hours.
I love that.
Draw him a really nice painting, present it.
And then kidnap him.
They kidnap
shoot him with a paintball gun.
No, while he's painting, you shoot him with paintball.
Yeah, it's just a painting of paintball splatters. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" And he looks up, and I shoot him right
It's just
in
an
the chest.
outline. It's an outline of Justin Herbert being shot by paintballs all around.
And he goes up and he puts his hand and reveals it's him all along, and he's been incepted. And then Nolan shows up and he's like, "Gotcha, pal."
Academy Award-winning Christopher Nolan.
Whoa, is that a sphere? It all comes together.
Full circle.
And then we
Full
have
sphere.
ice cream.
And then we all have ice cream.
Final
All right.
answer.
Kyle, can you think of some crazy gift that none of us would have thought of and would have left us slack-jawed?
Yeah, I'd get him an offensive line. Just the best offensive line in the NFL.
You just show up with 5 giant.
I just show up with 4 contracts. Here. Rashawn comes with me, and we just hold 4 contracts out.
And
That's what I would give him.
Send him the paper.
Yeah.
Number one answer on the board. An offensive line.
I'll just give him the list of every free agent lineman and one in the draft. Go ahead, take your choice. I'll make it happen, Justin.
There you go.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, big boy. And then I'll
go get some
kidnap
ice
him
cream.
and shoot him with paintballs.
It's a great idea.
One of you is getting kidnapped and shot with paintballs for your birthday.
Dude, I got 40 coming August 7th. I expect to be shot with a paintball at some point.
I think all of your sons, their next birthdays, they're getting kidnapped and shot with paintballs.
Okay, now we're getting out of here.
Okay.
No,
All right, now you got
right.
too far now.
No.
I'll just put down the
Buckle
paintball
up,
gun.
Stellan. Uncle Kyle's
Oh my kids
happy
are
birthday,
crying.
buddy.
Demented Uncle Kyle and all my kids are crying.
They're like, Dad, I don't want it to be my birthday.
Never have to buy him a
It's
birthday
happening.
present again.
Buckle up, buddy.
All right.
That's too funny. Okay.
Anthony Tony Francis, thank you for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions and Ask Boltfam. We greatly appreciate it. Good luck in the next couple of days. Hope the tears aren't too much. Hopefully it's in celebration. Hopefully it's like good.
Yeah.
Good. It's just so good.
It's gonna be a Viking funeral where you push him off and you fire the arrow with flames. And then paintball. You shoot him with paintball guns.
And you shoot him with paintballs. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it with us here at Charger Chat, folks. Any final thoughts? Anything else you want to get out there?
Happy birthday, Justin.
Happy birthday, big boy.
Happy birthday, Justin. It's crazy that people know what happened already, and I know it's going to happen tomorrow morning.
I hope I'm right about
excited
this
for
this Henry thing. If that happens, dude, like that'd be sick.
That would be a big,
That'd be crazy.
big, bold prediction. But that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Do you have a special someone in your life with a big event coming up? Graduation, birthday, quinceañera? Don't know what to get them? Then why not try the Charger Chat Party Planner? Charger Chat Party Planner sits down and caters every party specifically to your needs. Got a bachelor party? Kidnap them and shoot paintballs at them while playing golf. Throwing your 3-year-old a birthday party? Kidnap them and shoot paintballs at them while playing golf. Need to throw a celebration for life party after losing a loved one? Kidnap them and shoot paintballs at them while playing golf. We've got dozens of ideas at Charger Chat Party Planner, so schedule your consultation today.
Warning: consultation may consist of being kidnapped and forced to play golf while being shot with paintballs.